this is Max, my son, and I'm Sarah. We wanted to make this video to show folks how we communicate. Now, Max has Charge syndrome, and basically this is a birth defect of the cranial nerves, and because of this, Max is totally blind and deaf as well. I've been waiting for him to find out where our equipment is. Yes. Here's my honey bear. As you can see, he's an incredible person, as is. But unfortunately, communication can be quite challenging. And because of that, we wanted to make this video to kind of show you some of the successful ways that we communicate and we talk. Basically, what we do is we use tactile ASL. And we do a lot of adaptations to this. But basically, as I talk, I will sign using the word at the same time. Now, understandably, this does not use the typical French grammar that the ASL was based on. It's more consistent with the English grammar. And I was going to try to impress you with my signing, but my hands are kind of tied up at the moment. Anywho, we use this, we use it different ways. There's different fashions, hand underhand, hand overhand, finger spelling. And we use different methods of communication depending on the situation and sometimes just depending on the convenience. So my hope is that with this video, you folks that are interested will be able to see how we talk and how we get through our day. So hand under hand is just what it sounds like. I place my hands underneath Max's and he is feeling, he's touching my hand shapes, my gestures, he's tracking with my arms, and in that fashion he is listening, as it were, to what I have to say. This is very much a receptive type of communication. So let me show you. So Maxie, today we're making a movie. Isn't that exciting? Yay! We're making a movie about you. And we want to show people how we talk. This is the least threatening. This is the most comforting way of signing. It doesn't really require Max to do anything. He can just lightly feel my hands and passively take the information in. So most conversations should be done this way. Probably about 80% should be done in this technique. This is the technique that I use when I want to teach him something. Like, hey Maxie, did you know that today is Monday? Today is Monday? Yeah? Yeah? Can you sign Monday? 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 You might notice, no, you don't want to sign Monday. That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to. You might notice that I am signing in his left hand. That's because his right hand is his most powerful, his most dominant hand, and he actually uses that to respond or reciprocate. Let me show you what I mean by that. For instance, hey Maxie, let's do our ABCs, okay? Do you want to do our ABCs? Okay, let's start. A, B, oh, got the allergies going. C, good. D, E, F. Max knows over 800 signs, and the way we sign frequently depends on where his body is in time and space. But in general, when we're signing underhand, if I'm saying something I'm going to sign on my body. And then hopefully his hands and his arms will be able to follow me. Now, we have the table kind of in our way, and that sort of creates an intrusion. But in general, if we're like standing next to each other, we're sitting next to each other, then I can just sign away and he understands me. Now, if Maxie were to say something, then he needs to sign on his body. So let's just use an example. Let's just say, if I want to say, hey Maxie, Mama is hungry. Mama is hungry. Mama wants to get something to eat. Then he knows that I'm talking about me. But let's just say if he's hungry and I'm trying to teach him to express himself, he would sign on his body. So he would say something like, I hungry, I hungry. So as an example of hand under hand, where Max is kind of learning how to do something, I take my hand and I tell him, I say, Max, we're going to turn off the heating machine. And I reach forward with his hands on top of mine, and I kind of get the lay of the land here. Oh, he already knows what I want. There we go. He's checking to see if the heat is off. It's off. Yes, very good. So for some more examples of hand, underhand, you see how I feel along the walls? And then you see him kind of creeping over me? He's already jumping ahead. And now we're going to check the laundry situation. Oh, he's getting tired of me. Did you see how he pulled my thumb forward? Now, let's check to see if we need to do laundry. Can you reach in there, Max? Uh-oh, yes. It's full of dirty clothes. We need to turn the washing machine on. So I'm going to now do a hand under hand. I'm going to have kind of direct his hands. Oh, I kind of lost him a little there. There we go. He's going to pull that down. Good job. And then I'm going to find the button. He actually wants to do them himself. But this is called hand under hand. Now his hands are a little tentative now on this power button. I think it's because he's a little worried that I'm going to force his finger down. I might cause discomfort. And in fact, I've done that in the past. So I'm going to try not to intrude too much. But he can feel the basic movements. So I push the power button on. And I push the start button on, and then we're going to feel to see if it starts. Yes, Max, the washing machine is on. When we sign this way, again, it's very passive. It's very easy. It doesn't force him to do anything, and it's a nice, relaxed way of communicating. And another technique that we use to do our tactile, I guess you wouldn't call it signing because we're actually spelling the word, but we use the manual alphabet, the A, B, C's. And Maxie, we've been signing the A, B, C's since you were a baby. A long time. Now you might even notice when I did the word long, instead of putting it on my body where I'd have to reach, it's kind of awkward. Because we're sitting with this table in between us, I just did it on his body. And so sometimes you'll see me switch from hand under hand to hand over hand technique. And again, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it just is a matter of what's a little bit more convenient. But anyway, so we do finger spelling, and we finger spell things like names, places, things that don't have a specific sign. And we also use finger spelling to learn how to spell, because I'm hoping that Max will someday become a reader. And in order to bridge this gap, not only does he have to know the sign, but he has to remember how to spell it. And then one more thing I'm going to show you. not only do I want him to be a reader, I want him to be a writer as well. And in order to do that, we are teaching Max how to do braille. So there are times where we are just sitting around, we don't have anything else to do, or sometimes Max is stressed, and just finger spelling, doing the ABCs can help him to relax. So there's a lot of good reasons to do it. But let me go ahead and show you sort of our typical scenario of how we do a sign followed by finger spelling, and how we do the interpretation with braille. So here we are now, and Max is comfortable. He's actually touching the microphone. He's having a good time. But this is also a good time to practice some of our finger spelling, some of our signing, and this is sort of a fun activity that you can do while you're just sitting around. And again, a lot of times while he's eating and he's still, and there's really not much to do. It's an opportunity to work on our vocabulary. So we'll get the ball rolling here. So Maxie, let's sign. Let's sign now, okay? And again, we try to give him as many choices as possible. So, Maxie, do you want to sign the word eat or walk? Do you want to sign the word eat or walk? And then for the last little bit, I'll try to reinforce just the two words. The bottom line is the choices. So, eat. And then I just use the sign for different, or walk. I want eat. Okay, of course, it's a shorter word. So yes, that's an excellent choice. Excellent choice. So Maxie, let's sign eat. You sign eat. You sign eat. Good job. Yay. Now let's finger spell it. E. And again, I'm going to do the braille. A. T. Good. Eat. You sign eat. 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 Can you sign eat? Yay! Yay! So this is again a good opportunity where we can have him pick the word that he wants to spell and sign, and we have him sign it, and then finger spell it, and then braille it, and then sign it again. And hopefully all these things will help to increase his expressive words, as well as make that transition to him becoming a reader. Now we wanted to talk a little bit about Max's expressive communication. Now Max knows really over 800 signs receptively. He understands, he receives the message, but he only expresses himself using maybe 50 to 100 signs. So some of the methods to help increase his expression are as the following. The next technique that I want to show you guys is called hand over hand. As the name implies, that's when I would place my hands over his. And this is a type of expressive communication for Max. For instance, if I was blind and deaf, then this is how we would talk. I would place my hand over his, and then he would sign or finger spell what his message is, and then I would be the receiver, and Max would be the expressor. Sometimes, Maxie, when it's dark at night and we're under the covers, Mama likes to do hand over hand, because then I can ask Max questions like, hey Max, do you want to go swimming tomorrow? And then I'll move my hand over his, and then he can tell me, oh no, you don't? Oh yes you do. He loves swimming. He would tell me yes or no. So again, because I can see, I don't really need to use it in that fashion. But if this was a pure world of deaf-blind, that's exactly how we would use it. Oh, you want your hearing aid? Okay, we'll put your hearing aid in later. Okay, but right now we're gonna sign. We're gonna talk. Anyway. During the typical day, you would use this technique sparingly. It's a little bit more intrusive, a little bit more forceful, but it definitely has its place in the teaching capacity for Max. And I'm going to show you an example. What I use it mostly for is to demonstrate how to do a sign, or maybe how to do a sign better. And for instance, Maxie, as you can see, he's only feeling my hand. Sometimes he feels both of my hands. He might feel the general swaying, but in reality, most of the time, he cannot fully appreciate the full movements of the sign. And because of that, I frequently have to show him or reinforce how a sign is made, even if he knows it. So let me give you an example. So Maxie, can you sign the word help? Can you sign the word help? And then I'll kind of prompt him. Here you go. Good. He's making that fist. You don't want to let go of my hand. But yeah, you sign. Help. You sign. Here we go. Can you sign help? Help. There we go. Good job. Good job. You praise every attempt at signing. And so you could see his rendition was kind of like this, okay? Which is fine. I understood. No problem. But, we live in a big world, and I want other people to be able to understand him. So that means making his sign a little bit clearer. So, Maxie, Mama is going to show you how to sign that a little bit better, okay? So what I do is, and do you see already how I'm invading into his personal space, and he's not really liking it, but, Mama being the mama bear she is, she wants her son, to be able to speak as well as he can. So Maxie, yeah, I'll come underneath, it might be a little less threatening. Maxie, let's make the sign help again. And Mama is going to show you how. She's going to show you how to make the sign help a little bit better. Okay? Good boy. So he's getting ready. So I'm going to take his, good job. Now I place his flat hand there. I flatten his fingers. Help. Help. So I'm giving him not only, I not only molded the hand shape, but I used my hands to give him the hand motion that makes it a little bit more distinct. Good job, Max. So now I'm going to try to show you an example of hand over hand, and it's a little bit more intrusive, a little bit more forceful. Maxie, it's your turn to turn the washing machine on. Here you go. So I'm kind of coaxing his hands up, and you see he has his finger up. He's feeling for the power. Now, unfortunately, good job, Maxie, good job. This is a little, good job, Maxie. The power is on. Now, let's start it. Very good, Max, very good. Now, let's feel to see if it goes, if it starts. Yes, very good, Max, very good. Yay, finished. We work or play with Max to help him to learn expressive language is something called the word game. Hey Maxie, let's play the word game. Can you sign word game? Word game. Word game. Can you sign word game? Yeah? Yeah? Word game. Yes. Yes. sign, word game, word game. Good job, game. Let's spell that. So, game, G, good. I'm doing the braille letters. A, M, E. Game, game, yay. Okay, so why don't we do words about clothes? Clothes, okay? That's going to be our topic that we use. What I try to do is I will pick, or Maxie will pick, a topic that has maybe 5 words of a similar nature. For instance, with clothes, we will practice doing shirt, shoes, socks, that sort of thing. But you can use many different topics such as colors, people, places, body parts, machines that move, and you just pick one topic and then you encourage him to sign the word and then finger spell it, followed by brailing it, and then signing it again. And we do this 5 words. Now, the reason I tend to use 5 words is because there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, so he knows that, you know, when he's finished with those 5 words that we're done. So Maxie, let's do clothes. Can you sign clothes? I generally will have him sign the topic. Clothes, and this is, you're going to see some hand over hand here. Clothes, clothes, good. Clothes, good. And I'm not forcing too much. Okay, so now let's spell it. Good. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Very good, Max. So now let's spell it, okay? And I'm giving him the indicator that we're not going to finger spell. We're going to spell clothes. C, good. L, O, T, H, E, S. Clothes. Can you sign clothes? Very good. So the first word, let's do shoes. Shoes. Can you sign shoe? Can you sign shoe? You sign. You sign. You sign shoe. Well, it looks like you're signing shirt. Do you want to do shirt? We can sign shirt. Shirt. Okay, let's finger spell that. a little reluctant. Yeah, there's S. H. He actually, I think he actually enjoys the pressure or the sensation when I push down on his fingertips. Good, shirt. Now let's do socks. Socks. Can you do socks? Mr. Honey Bear? We'll just do a few more. Socks. Socks. Can you do socks? Give him a little back scratch, a little inspiration. The other thing that's really important with Max, let's spell socks. Can you sign socks? Is to give him some tactile feedback. You know, once he's done something well, you might notice that I'll clap or that I'll pat his back. This is important to let him know that he is on the right track, that he's doing what. Oh, there we go, socks. Yay! Socks. S, O, C, K, S. Good job. Socks. Okay, let's do belt. 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 You like belt? You like belt? Do you like belt? Huh? Belt. You sign belt. He can't see my face, my facial expressions. He can't see me smile. He can't hear the tone of my voice, you know. So in order to give him the feedback that he's doing well, you know, He needs to feel it. So pat on the back. Sometimes I'll pat him on the arm or simply clap. Yay! Yay! Maxie, guess what time it is? It's time to play the name game. The name game. Now, we play the name game, and we do something similar as the word game, but the difference is I actually give Max the object or the thing, and thereby I'm not giving him a verbal clue. I'm not giving him a tactile clue. He cannot model after my hand shapes. He truly has to pull out from within what the name of this object is. And it's a little limiting because you can only do it with physical things, but you still can pick topics or themes such as, we'll do clothes, for instance, but you could do utensils, fork, plate, cup. You could do fruit. I'll run out to the kitchen. I'll see what we happen to have. Do we have apples, bananas, grapes, whatever? And I generally would try to do 4 to 5 objects. But again, we're only limited by our imagination. So again, I will sign to him what we're going to do, so he has an expectation of what he is expected to do. So Maxie, let's do the name game. Can you sign name game, name game? Can you sign the name game? Huh? Yes, yes, the name game. Let's spell it. Yes, name. N A M E. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you, Max. Are you okay? You're okay. Good. Okay, name game. Game. G A M. Was that an M? That's an N. M. Good. E. Good job. Name game. Okay. What will you get, Max? Maxie, what is this? What is this? What is that, Max? What you got, Max? What is that? What is that, huh? What is this? Can you touch it? Yay! It's a shoe. Okay, let's spell it. S-H-O-E. Shoe. Yay! Good job, Maxie. Good job. Woo! Yay! All right. And again, I like this because it sort of proves that he is intrinsically understanding and knowing what these terms mean. Okay, what's that, Max? What is this? Huh? What is that? What is that? What is this? Huh? What is that? Huh? What is that? What you think? What you think? Huh? What you think, big boy? Huh? Yes, it's a sock. Yes, very good. Yay, it's a sock. So let's spell it. S-O-C-K. Good. Sock. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but when I was doing the brailing, the 2 fingers to make a K are these 2 fingers. So I was in a hurry and I tried to encompass all 3 of his fingers, which would have been an L. But he corrected me and flicked his middle finger up saying, no, Mom, these are the 2 fingers I need to make a K. So good job. Good job. Keeping me straight. Keeping me honest. Okay. So another way to have Max express himself as to what he wants is to have him make choices. Decide what he wants out of the day. You can actually infuse choices through almost any activity. For instance, when Max is getting his clothes on, you can ask him, Max, what color of a shirt do you want to put on? Do you want red or do you want yellow? And then maybe later on in the day when someone says, hey, Max, nice yellow shirt, then he'll remember, hey, yeah, I put on a yellow shirt. Some other examples, when you're eating, maybe you have soup or ice cream and you want to ask him, what do you want to taste next? What do you want to eat next? You say, Max, do you want ice cream or do you want soup? And have him tell you what his next treat will be. At nighttime, we have certain routines that we do, and he's gonna do them all ultimately. But you can give him the choice as to what he wants to do first. You might say, "Hey, Maxie, do you want to read or do you want to brush your teeth next?" And then that way, Max has some sense of control over his day, and again, hopefully, he'll be getting more of what he wants instead of what we want for him to want. And again, developing that bond of trust, which is so important for communication. Right, Matt? And at this point, I'm going to ask him if he wants to drink water or orange juice. And I'm going to have him sign to tell me. So, hey, Maxie, do you want orange juice? Oh, orange juice or water? You want water? Okay. Mommy will get it. Okay. So here we are again, and Max has just finished using the restroom. So we're going to go and lay down and hopefully get comfortable. Here you go, buddy. And what you might notice, well, he didn't want that pillow, is he usually likes to get a blanket. Yes, Maxie, you got a blanket. Okay. So basically, another technique that we use to help Max express himself is we're trying to get him to sign for what he wants. And probably about 80% of the time, we know what he wants. When he was laying down, I knew that he wanted a blanket, but then he also knew that I wanted him to sign for blanket. And when he signed, then I gave it to him. So we try to, at any opportunity, play dumb, as it were, to what he wants and try to make him sign or encourage him to sign. And if I feel like he truly doesn't know the sign, then I'll offer it to him and then encourage him to sign it, and then we give it to him. Now, if he signs something spontaneously like he just did blanket, he automatically gets it, assuming it's a reasonable request. And the bottom line is we want Max to understand that words have great meaning, and that if he's able to sign, he will be able to get what he wants out of this world. Another way that we try to help Max to express himself is he's not doing it now, and actually I'm a little surprised because we've really been pushing him. It's been after a long school day, and he's been yawning a lot, and I know he's tired, but I do want to still make this video. So is expressing himself. And sometimes what happens, Maxie, when you get sad or angry, sometimes you start to cry. And when he does this, you'll notice, well, one, that he's crying, but some of the other behaviors he'll do is he'll hit his head, he'll put his fingers into his mouth, and he sometimes literally will cry real tears. When he has these meltdowns, and he probably has them maybe, how many times in a day do you think, Maxie? Maybe 4 or 5 times. Kind of depends on the day, but let's just say if he has one of these meltdowns, what we do is first we just let it pass. It usually takes about maybe 10 to 20 seconds, and it seems a lot longer, especially if you're out in public and people are staring. But they usually are pretty short, these meltdowns. And then when he's finished, what we do is we want to find out, what's wrong. So we usually ask, so Maxie, I'm just going to show these guys what we do when you're crying, okay? Yes. Well, Daddy's is back working, okay? Daddy is working, but we can visit with him later, okay? But right now, let's show people what we do when you cry, okay? So after the meltdown is passed, we'll say something like, Maxie, what's wrong? And now the sign for wrong is just a Y hand-shaped underneath your chin, but we'll actually put it up to Max so he can feel it. You know, not a good time to, you know, stress him out with having to follow our hand shapes. And then we'll say, Maxie, how do you feel? How do you feel? And then the sign for feeling is your middle finger coming up your chest. And at that point, we might try to do a little hand over hand to try to get him. He's doing the sign for feel. Yes, you feel. And then we'll give him some options like, are you bored? Are you tired? Are you sad? Are you angry? Are you hungry? And we give him choices depending on the context. Like right now, I think he's tired and perhaps a little bored. But you give him maybe a couple choices that you think are the most likely. So Maxie, how do you feel? How do you feel? Can you sign how you feel? Say, I feel. And I'm kind of giving him some prompts here, kind of encouraging him. And he did the sign feel earlier, so he's probably thinking I'm kind of nagging him. But I feel what? Feel what? Bored. Okay, you're bored. I am so sorry, Max, but you have been a wonderful, wonderful worker today. And so now that I know you're bored, do you want to walk or do you want a video? Do you want to walk or do you want a video? What do you want? I want a video. Okay, let's get you a video. All right, in just about 3 minutes, okay? But let me finish talking first. So after he's giving you what he's feeling, like for instance, he just told me he was bored, and I totally understand that. We've been making this video for what, a couple of hours now, so I don't blame him. But anyway, try to respond to whatever he tells you. So as I said, with his telling me that he's bored, I said, what, do you want a video or do you want to just go out and take a walk? And he told me video, so that's fine. If he's tired, let him go lay down for 5 or 10 minutes or take a power nap. If he's frustrated, say, you know what, you need a break and step back for 5 minutes or so. You know, obviously, if he's hungry, go get him something to eat. Sometimes he'll sign if he's hurting. Now, if he's hurting, I can usually understand, like, if it's near to where I'm feeding him, or if he's acting like his head is sore. I'm anticipating that it's probably a headache that he's having. But you can also try to get him to point to where he's having the pain. Is it in his head? Is it in his stomach? Those are the two most likely culprits. And let's say if it is a headache that he has, and he probably has many more than we can appreciate or understand or are aware of. But if he signs that he's having a headache, go get him some Tylenol, you know, and let him rest. Again, try to sympathize with what is going on and try to fix it. And I think in that way he's going to learn to trust, because he knows that you care about him and that you're helpful, that you can hopefully make his life a little bit better. So again, these are some of the techniques that we're using to increase Max's expressive language. Because of Max's deaf blindness, he really doesn't know who is in the room. Actually, even if they were in the room, even if they were at arm's length, he still wouldn't know. Unless that person comes up and says hello and introduces themselves to Max by touch, they might as well be on the moon. But let's take a look and see what that looks like. Hi, Max. Hi, Max. Hi. I'm Emily. E-M-I-L-Y. Can you sign my name? Maxie, ready? E-M-I-L-Y. Great job.
All right, bye, Maxie. Can you say bye? All right.
Help Max to understand the social context of the meeting. Something like, hey Max, we're going to meet some friends to go out and eat. Or maybe there is a birthday party going on. You can say something like, hey Max, let's go say hello to Jane. It's her birthday. So by making these explanations, you'll help Max to understand the social context of why he's there and why the other people are there as well. I think in this way, we will all be helping Max to join the world that he otherwise would not even know exists. And finally, you don't have to know fluent signing in order to interact with Max. Just try a few signs, and he will appreciate the effort. We use aslpro.com. This is a free online library that you can access. Some people even put it on their smartphones. My phone's a little smarter than myself, so I haven't been able to master that. But a lot of people do. But what I wanted to do right now is to go over some of the words that we commonly use with Max. And I'm going to go pretty fast, but just to give you an idea of this could pretty much get you through the day with him. So let's start with activities. Stand, walk, sit, swim, look, dance, movies. But these are the movies that we would go to, not necessarily the videos that he likes to listen to. Eat, drink, brush our teeth, finger spell, and this is good right before you finger spell, or you want him to finger spell. He then knows that that's what's expected of him. Help, start, wait. He hates that one. Work. He doesn't really like that one either. Now these are some words of clothing. Shoes, socks, shirt, pants, belt, coat, like you're putting a coat on. Now let's do people. Mom, dad, friend, you, me. Now let's do places. Home, school, store, church. Now let's do time. Now, he likes that word. Later, not so much. Soon, he can tolerate. Usually what I mean by soon is we'll do it within 5 minutes. And minutes. Usually if he has to wait for a certain amount of time, I'll try to describe it like 5 minutes. And then directions. Up, down, left, right. Stairs really isn't directions, but that's the time that you would be using that. You know, there are some stairs up ahead, Max. Off, on. We do use sort of a different sign for off, and the reason is because proprioceptively, Max can understand on when we put our hands on his, but to briefly put our hands on and then take it off and to expect him to understand that that means off seems unreasonable. So instead, he can feel the sign off, which is basically a abbreviated sign OF. So that's what we use in the cop-on house for off. Emotions. Tired. Bored, uses that one a lot. Hurt, usually doesn't use that one so much. Sad, sometimes. Love, and sorry. things, food, and you'll notice I'm using the same sign, food, as I do for eat. Again, it depends on the context. Water, that's one of his favorite things. Bath, again, you can use the word bath as a verb or an activity, or you can use it as the physical thing that he gets into to bathe. Chair. Now, you notice that I use the sign sit. I just did one bounce. When you do a noun, you tend to do the double action. So that would be sit, and twice would be chair. Table, music, and video. Also, he'll use the sign for headphones to be the same thing as video. In case you see him doing that, that's headphones. Adjectives. Hot, like something's hot and you're pulling it away from your mouth. Cold, like you're cold. Wrong. Good. And exclamative statements. Yes. No. Maybe. So this concludes our communication video, and hope you survived it. And let us know if you have any questions or anything that you might help to add light to Maxie's life. Many thanks, and good day.